Jeremy McGrath's performance. 32nd board is up. There's Jeff Stent, part of the Team Honda crew.
Right next to Roger DeCoster.
And we're almost set for the first Super 16 to John Dowd. Let's check out the sights and sounds of our start. Good start by Rick Carmichael.
He's got his teammate Larry Ward.
Mike LaRocco a good start, and Jeremy McGrath is in 5th position.
Behind Mike LaRocco, I might add. You don't see that too often in the opening lap.
There's LaRocco, number 5. Number 1 is on the chase.
Bonus for Carmichael, though. Anytime you can get a hole shot, you look over your shoulder and you got your teammate right behind you. It's so much easier to relax and get in your flow. McGrath already going to work, staying low off the triple.
Here comes Wyndham. He's really pressuring Ward for second. As we see McGrath trying to pick up on LaRocco.
Thought he had him passed, but LaRocco was able to hold him off. Doesn't really matter the opening lap. McGrath has got the leaders in sight. That's all that really matters. He's got the speed.
Here's the battle. Ward boxing out Wyndham. Wyndham is really trying to move up into second place there, as Ricky Carmichael is currently in first. This could be a big confidence move for Ricky Carmichael. A podium here in the opening round.
Look at Sellers coming down the inside of McGrath. Makes the pass.
Sellers, number 18, rubbing a little plastic with Jeremy.
Jeremy gets him back, but that was close.
Jimmy Button right behind Jeremy McGrath.
Art, I really didn't think after watching practice that LaRocco looked that sharp. He's really picked it up tonight.
Let's take a look at who won the YahooSports.com Whole Shot Award. $1,000, Ricky Carmichael.
Just edges out Larry Ward. Good clean start. I was worried after that heat race when everyone went down. I think everyone was a little bit careful about that in the first corner. No one wants to start the season crashing in the first corner.
The battle for second is on. Larry Ward sees Wyndham cut right in front of him before the jump. And there's McGrath right on Ward's tail.
So Wyndham dishes it right back to Larry Ward in the same place, picks up the spot, but while they change back and forth, Carmichael's pulling away.
Ward was leading after a hole shot here last year and faded to 18th. He's right behind Kevin Wyndham right now, and Ricky Carmichael is starting to pull out a lead, a 2-second lead.
Think about this. Carmichael injured himself at the Paris Supercross not that long ago. Has probably had less time to prepare for this opener than the guys he's racing with right now. And he's looking pretty flawless so far.
So McGrath has gotten around LaRocco. And here is the battle on with Larry Ward. McGrath making it look easy, passing Larry Ward.
That was just a matter of Jeremy being so much... I don't know what the word is. The guy's got about just a percent on everybody. Everywhere on the racetrack is able to stay a little bit lower, a little bit tighter, always in the right line. And it was just picking up a foot here and a foot there that allowed him to get the edge on Larry Ward.
Jeremy McGrath looking near perfect as he pursues Kevin Wyndham. Wyndham in second place behind Ricky Carmichael here in the first main event of the year 2000. Whoa, Wyndham cutting in front of McGrath in this tight battle for second place.
These guys' reflexes are unbelievable. As close as they get to each other and how easy it would be for one of them to clip the other and go down, and they still don't. It's amazing.
So the former 6-time champion, the defending champion, draws the cheers of the fans here in his backyard, Anaheim, California, making the pass into second place.
And you wonder, how can Jeremy make a pass on somebody as skilled as Kevin Wyndham? The long legs able to soak up that takeoff on the triple. Jeremy still stayed lower and got that pass done.
So now, in the crosshairs for Jeremy McGrath is Ricky Carmichael.
I'll tell you, really, it's so important for Carmichael right now to not get flustered about Jeremy. Even if he's able to gain on him and make the pass, Carmichael needs to start the season with a podium finish.
There you see the interval between their leaders, Ricky Carmichael and Jeremy McGrath. And here's the battle between Mike LaRocco and Kevin Wyndham. Wyndham winning a heat very impressively And LaRocco looking very smooth all weekend in practice.
Smooth, but I didn't think he had the speed these guys do, and right now he's showing it. Kevin Windham had a faster heat race than McGrath, not by much, but a little bit faster, and McGrath rode right around and pulled away and has closed the gap on Carmichael.
And here comes LaRocco. LaRocco springs over number 14, Kevin Windham. The Honda factory connection beating Team Honda at that one. And look at McGrath. He's starting to pull up close now to number 4, Ricky Carmichael. Carmichael's first try of the 250, less than stellar last year. Can Carmichael hold off the charge? We'll find out right after these words. Welcome back. The battle is still raging. A new leader, our third leader of the 250 main. And now Ricky Carmichael almost got him back.
That was close. Carmichael ran in there with his front tire and probably just touched the edge of McGrath's boot. This is the opportunity Carmichael's been dreaming about ever since Tampa last year, where he had the hole shot, and a great opportunity to win the race right here. Maybe he can pick up the pace and learn a little bit from Jeremy, find out what lines, what things that Jeremy is doing better to be able to click off that much time of RC's lead.
Carmichael, of course, one of the great all-time 125 riders. He was the first rider to sweep a Supercross 125 season. And, of course, he tied Mark Barnett's all-time 125 record for the national wins with 25 career 125 national wins. Carmichael on the outside tries to make it close once again. Wants to put the heat on Jeremy McGrath. Can you believe this?
I can, because I've spoken with Carmichael quite a bit, and he will not settle for second.
Carmichael retakes the lead. Oh, Jeremy caught the rear wheel on one of the jumps. Controlled it well, and bar to bar we go once again.
This is how you beat McGrath. You challenge him. You don't let him go.
Ricky Carmichael, even McGrath retaking the lead, looks back at the young man from Havana, Florida. And look at LaRocco. LaRocco's getting into the scene. We got a three-way battle going on right now.
So smart by LaRocco right there. He realized he had his line cut off. He decided, oh, I'll just back off here a little bit. Didn't lose hardly any time.
Look at that.
And a textbook block pass right there.
Tremendous block pass by Mike LaRocco puts him into second place.
And what do you think of this idea? LaRocco looks to me like he's gunning for McGrath. He's not just going, all right, I'm in second. This is pretty good. It looks to me like he's still got his sights set on McGrath and winning this opener.
It's important for Carmichael to hold off the rampaging number 14, Kevin Windham, behind him as well. Always vital to get a good start in the point system here in the first round.
Looks as though Windham has regrouped just a little bit. Seemed like he fell off the pace that one lap. Lost a lot of time. He may have kind of got comfortable again.
7 podiums in Supercross last year for this young man, or for Mike LaRocco, as we switch to Jeremy McGrath, our defending champion. 4 consecutive wins here, but he has not won in Anaheim for 3 years. And he's starting to draw a good lead now on Mike LaRocco. As you see, LaRocco number 5, 4 is Ricky Carmichael. Number 14 is Kevin Windham, trying to get the podium spot.
This is going to turn out to be the battle. I have a feeling it looks like LaRocco doesn't have a chance to catch McGrath unless he makes a major mistake. So this is going to be the focus, I believe. Windham still has some left for Carmichael.
Carmichael, with that first serious injury of his career in San Diego last year, set him back, put a foot peg into his leg, cracked pelvis. And so he's had to battle back to regain his confidence as well as his physical endurance. And endurance is going to play a part right now. He can't afford a mistake against Kevin Windham.
And there's a little one that danced right back straight. That rear wheel got out away from him. These whoops, not only do you have to ride across bumps, but they're starting to get rutted out and wants to kick that back in side to side.
Here last year, Carmichael started out in 4th and ended up in 6th when the checkers came out. Here comes Windham. Windham bobbling just a little bit in the whoops, and Carmichael did not follow.
Even though he's following that rut where they've been worn down more, you've got to stay balanced perfectly straight in the rut. That makes it a little bit tougher.
A lot expected of this young man, number 4, who came into the pro ranks with so many amateur titles and such an impressive entry into the 125 ranks, just dominating. Kevin Windham has had up and down years with injuries, but has shown potential and is looking for year number 2000 to be the breakthrough year for him.
And while we watch this battle, just ahead of these guys, LaRocco has closed the gap on McGrath. So we got a battle for the lead and a battle for third.
Incredible in our opening match here in Anaheim. Here's McGrath, our leader, number 1. It's looking like the whoops aren't even there. The bike and back, number 5, Mike LaRocco. He is picking up on it.
Now you see how close it is. It looked like Jeremy was just getting away at it. I took my eyes off of him. He may have made a mistake that allowed LaRocco to close. See if Jeremy can open it up again.
Jeremy, a disappointing 7th in the opener here last year, was 2nd in round 5 on the rematch here in Anaheim, where LaRocco took a 3rd and a 4th last year here in Anaheim.
Best race between these two guys in St. Louis, I believe, last year. LaRocco out front, challenging McGrath. Here we are at the opener, and he's doing it again.
His career has just been revitalized.
Unbelievable. Last year, he just came back to life. His starts have improved. It's what he needed. The guy is so strong, and Jeremy knows that LaRocco does not mess around the last 5 laps of a main event. That's where Jeremy really needs to have a little bit of a cushion, because I guarantee you they're going to have to deal with lap riders, and if LaRocco's close enough to take advantage of a bad decision by McGrath, that could be the difference.
3rd and 4th in position, Ricky Carmichael and Kevin Windham. 9 laps to go here in our 250 main event. 20 laps for the 250s. And an easy move inside. Kevin Windham makes the pass on Ricky Carmichael.
Looks to me like, if you watch Carmichael's style, as he came into that corner, it looks like he just sort of settled. He looked almost as though he went wide on purpose, knowing Kevin was right there. Just didn't want to deal with all that pressure right now. It could be arm pump, tired, anything.
He already has 60 wins in his career. Number 1, Jeremy McGrath continues to lead. We'll check him out when we return from these words. Welcome back to Anaheim, California, where our leader is the Supercross Rider of the Century. That's for sure. And it's only a few days into the century, the new century. And I'm speaking of Jeremy McGrath because he has been near perfect here in the opening round of Supercross in the year 2000. But we've got some tremendous battles going on. Sebastian Tortelli in 5th, Jimmy Button in 6th, and David Villeman in 7th, as Windham has just passed Ricky Carmichael. Windham moving into 3rd behind Mike LaRocco.
Actually, it looks like Windham because they're wearing the same outfit, riding the same bike, but it's Tortelli who's come from about 10th place and has worked his way into 4th ahead of Ricky Carmichael. You can see how close they all are.
Does this ring a bell? Tortelli coming from nowhere in the season's opener, the Los Angeles Coliseum.
It rings a bell for sure, although this time we know who he is and we know what place he's in. That was confusing with the 3-digit number. He came out of nowhere, but we got our eyes on him now. He's worked his way up from mid-pack.
So it's McGrath, LaRocco, Windham, Tortelli, the top 4, with Carmichael, Button, and Villeman in a great battle. This could be a 3-way battle for 4th. There's Villeman, 9:34 on the outside.
Something has had to have happened to Carmichael. Now he's gotten passed by both these guys. Albertine, he just saw moved ahead of him. He could have come up short on a jump, over-jumped something. It's really hard to tell. Without radio communication from the riders to anybody, you just got to wait and see what happens after the main event. But obviously, Ricky is suffering from some problem because he's way off the pace now.
2-team Yamaha riders battling right there. Number 12, Jimmy Button on the 4-stroke. And number 934 on the 2-stroke Yamaha is David Villeman. Albertine is right behind them, with Ward now moving up.
Button putting in a great ride, and that completely different power plant, the 4-stroke. versus the two-stroke of Villemin behind him.
Lap riders going down, getting back up. One of them was Heath Foss, number 32. But look at this. David Villemin, number 934, to the inside on Jimmy Button. Can he hold the spot now against the four-stroke? Villemin, an impressive premier in his first full year in American Supercross.
Now you've got the Frenchman Sebastian Tortelli and another Frenchman, David Villemin. I think Villemin has something for Tortelli before the end of this race.
Number 21 is Tortelli.
And while we're looking at this battle, keep in mind this is 22 seconds, 26 seconds behind the leader, McGrath. McGrath has just opened up a tremendous lead over the battle for third. Morocco still staying pretty close behind McGrath, but it doesn't look like he's going to be able to close the gap as he did earlier.
Number 21, Tortelli. Approaching 3 laps to go now. Can he hold off his fellow Frenchman, David Villemin? Tortelli, a 125 and 250 World GP motocross champion.
As these guys went over the triple, McGrath was going the other way on the whoop section. If these guys happen to glance over and see that, it's just demoralizing.
Good. Incredible the way that McGrath has just been able to pull away now. Mike Morocco settling in second. Kevin Windham in third. Now we pick up number 21 in fourth. Incidentally, Tim Ferry had to bow out of the race after crashing early. Very big disappointment for that Chaparral Yamaha rider.
And with the absence of Lusk for Team Honda, they've still been able to keep Tortelli, who no one really considered to be a Supercross rider. This is the first time he's raced here in the United States since he broke his wrist in Unadilla last year in the Nationals.
Beg your pardon? He ran in the United States, but the GP, the US GP.
The Grand Prix.
And he came back so soon after that injury to run in that race and did a very credible job. Here's the leader, Jeremy McGrath. Nothing less than sensational right now. And then the battle goes on for fourth.
Looked like Tortelli was going to be able to make a move, but I mean, Villemin rather on Tortelli, but Sebastian able to hold him off. And these guys have closed the gap on Windham. That's Windham just ahead of him.
Both these guys in tremendous physical conditioning.
And I'll tell you what, these are the laps where it really pays off. It's more so than the physical, it's the concentration. I'm playing this EA Sports video game, and I'm getting tired trying to concentrate on that for 5 laps. Imagine this for 20.
Don't forget, you can see this action live, pay-per-view. The final race of the year from Las Vegas. Check it out as we make history once again with Supercross. Final race of the year in Las Vegas on pay-per-view this year. Final lap, white flag is out. Jeremy McGrath is looking to become a winner for the 61st time in his career. This would be the 8th straight year in his career with a victory. And he's serving notice right now for those who question his move of not running the motocross season. He just came back even stronger.
Yeah, I thought we would see that.
The knack-knack.
The crowd was on its feet going, please show us one more of those before it's over. He knows what they want.
You know, Yamaha could make it right now 3 decades in a row tonight. Mike Bell won the first Supercross in the 1980s. And Jeremy McGrath takes the first Supercross in the year 2000. The checkers for Jeremy.